This is Leo, Atheist at Large in Chicago, responding to Brett Keane owns a Christian and atheist. I'm going to read this from text that I've written, and if you've seen some of my other videos, and this one may make it clear as to why for everybody or anybody that may be watching. Okay, Brett, I wrote you each time I posted to one of your vids, whether it was a text post or a video post, and gave you time to rebut them ahead of time. I offered to redo the vids if you had a problem with them. I respect you and others to do this. I wouldn't do this for just everybody. And I have done simple gestures like this for some others. I guess I'm kind of selfish that way, that I'll do it for some, but not for everybody. I know full well that people make mistakes, and I gave you the opportunity to not only fix my mistake, but to call less attention to yours. My mistake was to mistakenly think that you didn't know anything about Penn the Teller. However, you continue to show the lack of knowledge of atheist groups. That's where I get the idea that you need to get out more. That and your lack of a tan. Look, I made a funny. You're shown to be wise enough in the past to see past meaningless digs. I apologize if I hurt you with the statement. It was benign in context, so I apologize. Now, how am I a Dumbo when you don't edit your stuff and continually have a habit of talking about things that you mispronounce? There are other vids that describe this, to show this. Could you be tired as well in those others? Sure. I'm not calling you out on this. I'm making an observation from what you give us on the tube. Okay, now yes, I'm an old fart, and in retrospect, so are you. There's a lot of younger people in here that consider you, an old fart as well. I mean, you don't dye your hair for nothing. Egotistical. Well, maybe. But deny me that you don't have an ego, or that your ego is lesser than mine, or more deserving than mine. As for compelling or appealing statements, I guess that's up to the individual. However, you may be correct, as I don't see people flocking to the Brights or RDF or CFI to show support from what I say. Nor do I see them banding together or simply to educate others, to debate faith, or for camaraderie. Most just want to live out their lives without drama or stay in the bleachers or under them. But will they be sorry when those kids from Jesus Camp grow up and start shooting people? If it happens, they will realize they had a chance to do something before it happened. But we won't know that until it happens. Your vids in the past have condemned atheists making up groups. Your latest vids don't seem that you know of other groups exist. So I thought I'd introduce a few to you and to others. Now, wouldn't you say that was thoughtful? A thoughtful gesture? Even if I was misinterpreting what you say or didn't say in your vids. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but that shows that I care as well, to a point. I care people are deceived. I care to help them make the best choice that they can with as much information as they can get to make a sensible and rational decision. Where I don't care starts when someone that obviously has ulterior motives starts up a rant and shows that they have no clue what they're talking about, or that they are leading to something that isn't true, or hateful, or misleading. My question to you as to why do you care wasn't about if you cared if someone died or if someone was ill or hurt. It was, why do you care if someone that, again, obviously doesn't have a clue to what you're talking about, or they're just talking nonsense about you, says things that don't actually pertain to you or your character? You don't know them, they don't know you, so why let it bother you? It's not that they're talking about you, it's someone that they think is you, and they are mistaken. So why let it bother you? Character assassinations aren't included in this. The dealer reference that Amazing Atheist made was totally uncalled for, and, not to defend you, I told him as well. What I defended was me, and in general, others. Others that have a problem with people doing such things, as in dealing. Things that degrade our society, possibly harm the children in our society. It was a disrespectful comment, and he knew he'd get flack on it the second he said it. But he said, F it, as he usually does, and that shows not caring. You have a great skill of writing and being able to tell your thoughts fluidly off the top of your head. That's not something everybody can do. Your writing makes it easier for you than many others. I always stumble for words, looking for the right one. Then the ADD kicks in and makes things harder. When I get excited, I start to stutter. These flaws I'm working on, and the vids here may help so that I can be as fluid as you are. Now, I stated before, why let it bother you? As well, someone can ask the same here with this post to you. It's not as if it bothers me, it's more to clear the air and to make sure the truth isn't misrepresented as I know the truth to be. And the truth of what I said is the topic here. I am not owned by you. I am a free man. If I make a mistake, I admit it. If I don't believe I make a mistake or am mistaken, I hold my ground. I know what I know, and that's it. I don't presume to know everything. However, I do like to talk about things that I do know and will show that I don't know all about it. How can we know all about anything anyways? Science is constantly changing our ideas on things and constantly showing us new truths. But I try to strive to show what I know and to help others with any type of knowledge that I may have, to make that knowledge clearer in my own mind and in their mind. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong, and I'll search out the truth. If I don't accept it, well, then I'll hold my ground. So I ask you now, is it still obvious that I don't care? Could your perception of what I said be wrong? Would getting out more hurt you? I check once in a while on subscriptions, but I'm really new here and have been active for only a couple of months. So it's not a priority with me, nor do I view it as a status statement. Maybe I should. I thought that trying to help others was more important than number tracking. To show theists where they are wrong, or that they should clean up their own house of cards, or just to put doubt in their minds. So my 24 or so subscribers may not grow, or maybe even dwindle, but I can use the material nonetheless elsewhere. I'm used to being unpopular. I speak my mind, and that unnerves people. But in so many cases, I've seen the outcome of where those few people that have heard of what I said, it changed their lives. For the few that I know of, makes my life already meaningful. Not just to me, but to those that I've touched and may not ever meet again. So Brett, I challenge you to get out of the house and see what the other 120 or so vocal atheists in your area are up to, and to tell the rest of us about what they're doing and how they would benefit from your help and your writings. Because I am now blocked from posting to your stuff, I have no real reason that you'll ever see this, but I made the attempt to show you that you may have acted in haste, as people tend to do. What you think of me is as important as I let it be. I, however, see how human you are and always did. I will continue to tell others of your books, since I believe you have a lot of knowledge to share. Good luck, and I do hope you work on being more understanding. Just a little bit more. You're almost there, and you have a lot to offer people, even though they may not see it at first glance. This is Leo, Atheist at Large, signing off.